Ladies and gentlemen, isn't it strange how the brightest lights cast the deepest shadows? A city that wears its dreams like a crown can hide its heartbreak like a scar. The city of angel people come here chasing the sun, chasing success, chasing that feeling of I've made it. But behind every glimmering skyline, behind every billboard screaming perfection, there's another story, a story of struggle, pain, and brokenness. And if you're sitting here tonight, maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about. You see, life isn't always what it seems. Beneath the surface of the smiles, the applause, the victories, there are battles. Some of you are fighting wars no one else sees. You carry dreams that feel like they've been crushed. You've lost people you love. You've been told you're not enough so many times that you started to believe it. And yet, you're still here. That right there is what makes you extraordinary. Let me tell you something. Pain doesn't mean the story ends. No. Pain is the beginning of a transformation. Diamonds are born under pressure. Gold is refined by fire. And every tear you've shed has watered the soil of your potential. This city might wear the veil of tears, but don't forget it's still the city of angels. And angels? Angels are made for light. Angels rise above, and so can you. But here's the thing, you don't have to rise alone. We live in a world where people pass each other on the street and don't even look up. But I'm here to tell you, you are not alone. When you extend your hand, when you open your heart, when you share your truth, you remind someone else they're not alone either. That connection. That's where healing begins. Now listen closely. This is not the end for you. I don't care what you've been told. I don't care how many times you've been knocked down. You are not your failures. You are not your past. You are the comeback. Because let me tell you something, this city, this life, this world is not just about survival. It's about redemption. It's about taking every tear you've cried, every scar you've earned, and turning it into something greater. So I ask you, what will you do with your pain? Will you let it bury you, or will you let it build you? Will you hide in the shadows, or will you shine in the light? The choice is yours. Stand up, stand tall. Wipe those tears, because your story is far from over. This city of angels, this veil of tears, it's waiting for you to rise. And when you do, you'll show the world what a miracle looks like. In life, we often find ourselves in places that seem larger than life, and life's city full of lights, dreams, and promise can feel like heaven on earth. The city of angels, as they call it, shines so brightly that it almost blinds you. But behind that glow, there's a shadow of truth that often goes unnoticed. Even in the most beautiful places, pain lingers. The streets that echo with ambition also carry the silent cries of those who feel forgotten. It's a duality, a balance of beauty and despair that reminds us of the complexity of human existence. No matter how bright the surface, there's always a story hidden in the shadows. People walk through life wearing masks, smiling while carrying burdens no one else can see. Beneath the glamour of a city or the composure of a person lies a storm. You might look around and see others succeeding, thriving, and appearing so whole, while you feel like you're barely holding it together. But what you don't see are the battles they've fought. The person you admire may have stood in the same place of despair you're standing in right now. Pain doesn't discriminate. It's woven into the human experience, and everyone carries some form of it. What sets people apart isn't the absence of struggle, it's what they do with that struggle. And here's the truth. Even in the darkest moments, there's a spark, a glimmer of hope. It might feel faint, like it could go out at any moment, but it's there. That spark is the beginning of something greater. No matter how overwhelming life gets, there is always a chance to start again. You might feel broken, but broken things can still grow. Broken ground is where seeds are planted. Broken hearts can still love. Broken people can still rise. In the deepest despair, hope whispers, hold on. This isn't the end. Adversity is a test, and while it may feel unbearable, it is in those moments that strength is forged. Think of the hardest thing you've been through, something you didn't think you'd survive. But here you are. You survived. You're stronger than you think. Every scar you carry is proof of your resilience. Every tear you've shed is a testament to the depth of your spirit. Life doesn't get easier, but you get tougher. You grow, you adapt. And when you face the next storm, you do so with the wisdom and power that only comes from enduring the last one. We live in a world that celebrates individuality, but the truth is, we are not meant to walk this path alone. When we reach out to one another, when we share our struggles, we create a space for healing. There's a power in connection to strength that comes from knowing you don't have to bear your burdens in silence. It's in the act of helping others, of being vulnerable, that we find our humanity. Compassion binds us together, reminding us that we are never truly alone. The pain you've experienced doesn't define you, but it does have the power to transform you. Every setback, every heartbreak, every failure has brought you to this moment. What you choose to do now is what matters. Redemption isn't about erasing the past, it's about taking everything you've endured and using it to build a future that reflects the lessons you've learned. Your story is not over. There is still time to rewrite the narrative, to find meaning in the pain, and to rise from the ashes stronger and more purposeful than ever before. In the end, it's not the tears that define us, but the way we use them to grow. And when you rise, you'll prove that even in a vale of tears, angels can soar. So here we are, standing at the crossroads of beauty and pain, hope and despair. The city of angels, this vale of tears, is not just a place, it's a reflection of life itself. A place where light and shadow meet, where dreams are born and sometimes broken, but always waiting to be rebuilt. You have a choice to make. You can let the darkness consume you, or you can rise above it. You can carry the weight of your pain, or you can transform it into strength. You can stay silent, or you can use your voice to inspire others. Life doesn't promise fairness, but it does offer redemption. Your story is far from over, and your tears are not in vain. They have watered the seeds of resilience, courage, and purpose within you. Now it's time to let them grow. Remember, angels are not made in comfort, they are made in struggle, in perseverance, in choosing to rise again and again. So stand tall, walk forward, shine your light, even if it feels small, because someone out there needs to see it. This city, this life, this world, they're waiting for you to show them what it means to overcome, to rebuild, and to soar. So go on and write the next chapter of your story. And when you do, let it prove, even in the darkest vale of tears, the light of an angel can break through. You are that light. You are that angel. Now rise.